The Industrial Revolution changed the face of the modern novel forever. Discuss, citing specific examples.
My proposal includes what would be a tax credit of $25,000 for first-time home buyers.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
My values have not changed.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. You ever watch a little kid play t-ball and the ball is literally sitting there right in front of their face, static on a pole, and they have a giant bat? The bat's actually like 3 times the size of their face and their head, and a little kid like swings and cannot hit the ball. And it's humiliating, even for the parent of like the 3 and 4-year-old that can't hit the ball. Like, it's still embarrassing. They miss the ball, they hit the tee, or they swing and they let go of the bat, they hit some other kid in the face, and it's just a nightmare. And everybody just says, let's just go home, because why are we even giving kids bats in the first place? And this is exactly what is happening with Kamala Harris and her media tour. Kamala Harris has no physical capacity to think outside of a prompter. This is because Kamala Harris is a creation of a system, a machine. She is irrelevant. Joe Biden is irrelevant. None of them are relevant, actually. All of them are like just little playthings. They can't exist without the machine. It's like the mask they have to wear in order to breathe. They cannot breathe oxygen unaided. Kamala Harris is incapable of actually answering basic questions, softball questions asked by her friends and her supporters. Stephanie Ruhle is somebody you've probably never heard her name before. She's utterly irrelevant. She has no audience. She's a sycophant for Kamala Harris. She's endorsed Kamala Harris and has been out advocating on behalf of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris goes and does an interview with her. The reason why Kamala Harris is doing an interview with her is because things are going badly for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris doesn't want to do an interview. Things are going atrociously for her campaign. And so she has to do interviews. And so Kamala Harris did an interview last night, and it was, boys, I just don't even know how to tell you. It's like watching the softball, like watching those embarrassing softball moments with the little children, and they can't even hit the ball right in front of their face. Okay, so here we go. It starts off with the hardest hitting question. You're going to cringe out of your chair and like die of cringe, all right, when I play you this. Here is the first question of the interview. This sets the tone for what these two are going to talk about.
Fact check. Because your opponent
there is
almost
no little
every
job.
day. Okay,
there's no such thing as a little job.
Okay, fair. Because your opponent almost every day seems to be talking about this. So I just want to ask you yes or no. At any point in your life, have you served 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, working at a McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay. Now the other job.
But it was not a small job. Like, I did the fries. I mean, yes,
okay, for a
but
small
I did.
period.
I'm done. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I'm done. I don't know how else. Hey, reporter lady. You're a lot older than me, okay? TV makeup's a magical thing. You're like twice my age. So you've been doing this for a little bit longer, Stephanie Ruhle. So let me explain to you something about the news cycle and how you ask questions. You don't ask questions to establish something we already know. You ask questions to improve on the things that we already know. Kamala Harris, nobody knows anything about her. So the controversy here is not that Kamala Harris can recite a jingle and go like this. The controversy here is that Kamala Harris has no proof that she worked at McDonald's. It's not that Kamala Harris said she worked at McDonald's. We all know she said that. It's, does she have any proof? Can she? The proper question would be, can you name the location of the McDonald's you worked at? Do you have a pay stub? Do you have a photo of you working there? Do you have any coworkers who worked at McDonald's, a big company? Clearly you worked with people. Can anybody vouchsafe that you were working there? Nothing. It didn't appear on your resume. It sounds like you're lying. It sounds like you're creating a lie. And so singing a jingle that many people of a certain era know of, a well-known McDonald's advertisement, doesn't provide any proof that Kamala Harris worked at McDonald's. Do you understand how this interview is going to go? Yeah, it goes like this. Now, I want to remind you that Kamala Harris is wearing a $62,000 necklace. Okay, this is a necklace that Kamala Harris is wearing. It is a $62,000 Tiffany's necklace. All right. So now Kamala Harris is about to talk about how bad the economy is.
Still, there are lots of Americans who don't see themselves in your plans. For those who say these policies aren't for me, what do you say to them?
Well, if you are hardworking, if you have the dreams and the ambitions and the aspirations of what I believe you do, you're in my plan. You know, I have to tell you, I really love and am so energized by what I know to be the spirit and character of the American people. We have ambition. We have aspirations. We have dreams. We can see what's possible. We have an incredible work ethic. But not everyone has the access to the opportunities that allow them to achieve those things. But we don't lack for those things. But not everyone, you know, gets handed stuff on a silver platter. And so my vision.
You're wearing a $60,000 necklace. You've never done a single day of work in your life. You've never worked in the private sector. You've literally you have, no one can even find a case that you've prosecuted. Kamala Harris has done nothing, provided nothing. And she's sitting there complaining about people getting something on a silver platter. She was handed that nomination on a silver platter. Nobody even voted for this lady.
Legal immigration, many have said we're at capacity. And many feel like the government has said to them, well, adapt, sit down, be quiet. This is how it is. What would a Harris administration do for those communities who've taken in many, many legal immigrants but are at capacity?
Well, first of all, we do have a broken immigration system, and it needs to be fixed. And if we take a step back, months ago, some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress came together with others.
Whoa, wait a second. You broke the immigration system. The immigration system was working perfectly. We had effectively zero crossings. Trump had shut down the border. The border was fixed. There was no illegal immigration. Day one of your wretched administration, you were the person who decided to roll back all of Trump's policies. You rescinded all of Trump's executive orders on the border. The border was safe and secure. She's going to go and spin some lie about how it's somehow Trump's fault because Trump helped nuke a bill that should have been nuked, which was a bill to give all of these people amnesty. No. In case you're wondering how brain dead everything got.
Through what we do in terms of giving benefits and assistance to state and local governments around transit dollars and looking holistically at the connection between that and housing and looking holistically at the incentives we in the federal government can create for local and state governments to actually engage in planning in a holistic manner that includes prioritizing affordable housing for working people.
She says holistically 3 times in this time span of 20 seconds. 3 times. This is not an intelligent person. This is not a smart person. This is not anybody that you should ever trust to watch your kids for an hour while you go get a Starbucks. Kamala's totally lost. She blew her first solo interview. She can't even answer the questions because there is no answer. She's just an idiot. It's written all over her face. She's just like a low IQ person. Kamala Harris blames border crisis for the invasion of millions of illegals on Trump. You cannot make this up. She's literally the border czar. This isn't going to fly with the American people. Safe and stable condition after interview, after attempted interview. There's no way Kamala Harris wins this election. Her first solo interview bombed, completely lost. Kamala interview is a train wreck, a total and complete train wreck. Kamala Harris says holistically 3 times in a 15-second period. This is what stupid people say. This is how stupid people talk. Stupid people talk like this. Right out of the gate, Kamala's first sentence goes right to dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. Under 90 seconds, we got the I was raised in the middle-class family. In 2 minutes, we got another dreams, ambitions, aspirations. The Seinfeld candidate, a show about nothing. That's a perfect, just an absolute perfect point. Stephanie Ruhle, on her softball interview, here's the Trump team tweeting, she doesn't answer the question. And that's okay.
Well, she didn't give a clear, direct answer. That's okay, because we are not talking about clear or direct issues.
She didn't give clear and direct answers, and that's a good thing. She actually did the meme. She did the meme. Oh man, what would it be like? I mean, these people, they deserve to be deported to North Korea and work for the news stations in North Korea. Like, good for them. Like, actually, you're making the news broadcasters in Pyongyang blush with this kind of stuff. It's so humiliating. One more.
You want to take this on by going after those who engage in price gouging.
Yeah.
But as somebody who supports free markets, who's a capitalist, how do you go after price gouging without implementing price controls? Because once we get in this zone, people start to get worried and they say, I don't know what she stands for.
So just to be very frank,
It's going to be a good one.
I am never going to apologize for going after companies and corporations that take advantage of the desperation of the American people. And as Attorney General, I saw this happen. In the midst of an emergency, whether it be an extreme weather event or even the pandemic, we saw it, where those few companies, not the majority, not most, but those few companies that would take advantage of the desperation of people and jack up prices. Yeah, I'm going to go after them. Yes, I'm going to go after them.
So she said,
And that is part of a much more comprehensive plan on what we can do to bring down the cost of living, including housing, including the everyday needs.
okay, lady, you're wearing a $62,000 necklace. There it is. There's the price. $62,000 Tiffany's necklace. Complaining about the cost of living, complaining about things being too expensive, and saying that you're going to engage in Soviet-level price controls that will destroy this country, along with taxing unrealized capital gains. I was just like, the fact that people are voting for this, the fact that anybody is voting for this is horrifying. It's horrifying. We need a revival in this nation. Who, man? Kamala Harris bombing her first interview. You'll love to see it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.